Namaste, Hare Krishna, Chapter 2, Sloka 33. Atha tvam imam dharmyam saṅgrāmam na kariṣyasi tataḥ sva-dharmam kīrtiṁ ca hitvā pāpam avāpsyasi. So in the previous sloka, 32nd sloka, Krishna said what is the opportunity that he will get by fighting in this war. He will attain moksha. In 33 sloka is telling the opposite of that, what he said in 32, meaning what happens if he doesn't fight. Dosham, the sin will come upon him. So that is explained in the 33rd, followed also by 34th sloka. Two things that Krishna is saying that Arjuna will lose by this decision, and for sure one thing he will get. What are the two things that Arjuna is going to lose? Is number one is fame, the name and fame that he has in the world. He will lose it. And the second thing he will lose is an opportunity to attain moksha. It is said here as swargam. We covered this in the previous sloka. So those are the two things he is going to lose. And what is he going to get? One thing he is going to get is pāpam, is sin. So those are the things that Krishna is saying in these set of slokas. The dharmyam, the religious duty, or dharma, religious duty for Arjuna is to fight, saṅgrāmam. So by not doing so, is going to get pāpa. In the sloka, atha tvam, Krishna is using tvam, you, single person as you, Arjuna, pointing, like finger pointing. Krishna is telling you is quite significant here. You, tvam, a kshatriya. You, a great warrior. You, a great archer. You, one who was rewarded by Lord Shiva. You, one who drove away the Gandharvas. You, one who has visited heaven. You, a favorite disciple of Dronacharya. You, a son of Pandu and Kunti. You, brother of Yudhishthira. You, a favorite husband of Draupadi. You, my brother-in-law. You, my cousin. And you, my dear friend. Such a person of you deciding not to fight is a shameful act. You should have decided before coming here, not after coming here, to quit. It's not a good time or a good decision at this point of time. Saṅgrāmam, ready, we all gathered here to fight. At this point you can't step back. It's like an hungry man who hasn't eaten for few days comes in front of a dining which was filled with varieties of food. Then he quits eating, decides not to eat, thinking eating might bring him stomach upset, indigestion, or even going to an extreme of by eating is going to kill many unknown germs in the process. Therefore he quit eating. Well, you should have decided this before. And again, none of these things are going to justify not to do an act. It is just because of the delusion you have that you don't want to fight. Sloka 34. Akīrtiṁ cāpi bhūtāni kathayiṣyanti te vyayām. Akīrtiṁ cāpi bhūtāni kathayiṣyanti te vyayām. Sambhavitasya ca kīrtir maranād atirichyate. So in this 34th sloka, Krishna is telling that you are going to get infame. People are going to talk ill about you. Dishonor will be on you. So, generally people have a question or a doubt in their mind. What do one get by doing their duty perfectly? If you're doing a duty, taking care of your children, taking care of your job, taking care of certain things, even to the extreme of driving a car or doing any sort of such things, what do you get out of it? The answer is, we get something, but not for each and every action. You get something out of it. Therefore, then why one has to be so concerned of doing their duty if there's nothing going to be rewarded? Well, to understand this, let's just see an example which will give an answer for this question. If we are driving on a highway under the given speed limit all the time, we don't see in the world that this person drove his vehicle for 30 years with a correct speed limit. Therefore, we are giving a Nobel Award or put his name on a headlines in newspaper and media and channel. We don't see anyone getting rewarded because they drove on right speed limit entire life. At the same time, if the same person, even if one time he speeds up, overspeeds, and being caught by a cop, he gets a ticket. So this person might ask a question, well, I've been driving throughout my life on a right speed limit. That time you never caught me and never rewarded me. Why do you catch me at this point of time? It's just one time I speeded. Well, that's the answer. Answer is, we all have our responsibilities and duties to do in our life. We don't have to get rewarded for our duties and responsibilities as a father, mother, and so and so, as a king, as a brahmana, so forth. But when we don't do it, that's when the law applies that we get punished. Of course, if you do it also, there is ultimately, as Krishna previously said, you do for the sake of doing, and whether you like it or not, if you like, you will get rewarded. So that's a final thing. It's an optional thing if one wants to take it or not. But then the fact is that no one has been questioned or asked or rewarded when they're doing their duty. But when they don't do the duty, that's when they get questioned and they get a reaction for not doing the duty. And interestingly, Krishna is trying to give a completely different perspective to Arjuna, that Arjuna doesn't want to kill Bhishma and Drona. Rather, Krishna is telling, by you not fighting in this war, you're going to disappoint Bhishma and Drona, because they have a greater opinion about you, how great you are. If they come to know that you're not going to fight, you gave up and went away, that's going to be an easy program for you to kill Bhishma and Drona out of disappointment. They will die just by hearing this news that you're not going to fight. So, either way they're going to be killed. Rather, they would prefer to be killed in your hands instead of you running away and giving them a disappointment. In this sloka it says bhūtāni. Every living entities, not just this Bhishma, Drona, Duryodhana, Dushasana, all those parties present here, going to speak ill about you if you give up and run away. Anything that has life in this world will certainly speak very bad about you. All this while you've been famous all over the three world. Now even as insignificant living entity, like an ant, if the ant can speak, they will also speak ill about your act. All these days you have lived with great respect, fame, name. Now you will be defamed if you don't fight. So in my opinion, you better die here in this battlefield by fighting. Well, Arjuna said, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to fight. I give up everything. Let them kill me. Well, slight change is let them kill you, but you fight and prove yourself. Show yourself you're not giving up. Therefore, as a Kshatriya, you should never give up. Fight and get killed in this battle. That will give you an opportunity of good name, fame in this world and also in the next world. Atha tvam imam dharmyam saṅgrāmam na kariṣyasi tataḥ sva-dharmam kīrtiṁ hitvā pāpam avāpsyasi akīrtiṁ cāpi bhūtāni kathayiṣyanti te vyayām sambhavitasya ca kīrtir maranādatirichyate. Thank you. Hare Krishna.